Good morning and welcome to the Dubai Real Estate Knowledge Scene, Series 4, Session 2. I am here today to discuss Realopedia, the Circle of Trust, and also introduce you to Nadine Bitar, the Senior Advisor of Sustainability and Innovation with Dubai Real Estate Institute, and we will be discussing and taking forward these topics with a few questions that may be of interest to all of you. This is the second part of a first series that started earlier this week. So to start the series, let me just give you a glimpse very quickly again on Realopedia. My name is Laura Schwery, the founder and CEO of Realopedia. Any questions, please do raise your hand or type, and we will be more than happy to help you along the way. So again, we're talking about the Circle of Trust, and we're talking about sustainability and innovation. So Realopedia at a glance. Again, if you're a real estate broker, an agent, you can upload your listings. If you're a developer, you can advertise your projects. If you're a corporate affiliate and you support the ecosystem, you can be a member. And if you're a government, a body, or an MLS, you can promote your services. And the reason is that we want investors and customers to find reliable and trusted individuals in the industry. So be part of Realopedia, a global real estate marketplace, and you can be local and act global, or be global and act local. So Realopedia is a global real estate marketplace. It's a marketplace for agents, brokers, developers, service providers. It's a gateway offering worldwide connectivity with agents and the industry players. Investors can connect to the specialists, and you can know more about Realopedia by logging on to realopedia.com or reaching out to us on support@realopedia.com. It's a market network for real estate professionals that use the internet. It's a great way to find product for investors and customers, especially since 2020 will bring over 300 million internet users out of the MENA region alone, which will benefit your business if you're online. Marketplace, again, comprises of investors and end user customers. There's an agent marketplace, a broker marketplace, a developer marketplace, a corporate affiliate marketplace. There's a knowledge hub with information, a media center, a job search section, and corporate social responsibility. So in a nutshell, we bring local to global and global to local. Realopedia was incepted in Dubai, and its aim is to become a global portal and link with agents around the world. What is the Circle of Trust, which is the most important part of real estate? Well, for us on Realopedia, the agents and the realtors that are on board are those in Dubai that are registered with the Dubai Land Department, which means that any real estate agent that holds a permit to work in real estate is on Realopedia. So we are endorsed by the Dubai Land Department as a trusted portal for investors and customers, and we are also partners with the Dubai Real Estate Institute, which is very important as it is the Dubai Real Estate Institute that brings the education of the industry forward. So Realopedia builds relationships with organizations, associations, government bodies. Realopedia has a very high and strict vetting process for potential members to come on board, which means that in countries where there isn't a jurisdiction, Realopedia has third-party verifiers in order to ensure that those that do come on board as members are reliable sources. But we always enforce that do not transact with money on Realopedia. If you're going to transact and purchase a property, please ensure that you do your own due diligence on the party that you're working with. So it's all about the agents knowing their client, which is the KYC, but it's also the clients knowing who are the agents that you're speaking to. So in as much as we are a trusted portal, we do ask everybody to revalidate who they're doing business with. Each member on Realopedia has to have a proof of being a certified and professional member of the industry or an association or an MLS or a government body. They have to have a RERA card or a broker card, depending on which jurisdiction they're in, or a VAT number, or a social insurance security number if they're in the U.S., if they're a company, or a trade license number, and so on and so forth. So in order for somebody to become part of Realopedia or part of the circle of trust, we want to make sure that the rules remain stringent for entry. If you are a registered professional and if you are part of this ecosystem, then developers can reach out to agents to ensure that the agents sell their products globally. You can be part of a media center where you can upload your data and information and share it with members. You can keep up to date and put information in the Knowledge Hub and share it with different people around the world, people that log in, other realtors, other agents, developers, and so forth. A little bit about our global partners so that you know who they are: the Miami Association of Realtors, the Dubai Real Estate Institute, Radio Imo France, which is a real estate show dedicated to the real estate industry, MIPIM, AIM, and IPS. So again, the Realopedia portal is a trusted portal. If you are a trusted professional that carries a license as a developer or a corporate affiliate, if you are a realtor that is part of an association or an agent, depending on what you call yourselves, agent or realtor, you need to have a card to be able to conduct business. Now, the next subject that we want to talk to you about, so that was Realopedia and the trust factor, is the Dubai Real Estate Institute discussion today, which again, I'm going to introduce you to Nadine Bitar, the Senior Advisor of Sustainability and Innovation at the Dubai Real Estate Institute. And today we are going to invite Nadine to discuss with us why certain subjects are very important. So we have outlined three major subjects that we feel may be of interest to you. So hello, Nadine.
Hello, Laura.
And welcome to Series 2 again.
Thank
Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Nadine, we want to ask you, based on, we had a conversation with you earlier this year where you gave a beautiful presentation on this particular subject. So three questions that have come up that we'd like to ask you is, the first thing is, why is urbanization important and what is the impact of climate change on real estate?
Frankly, cities' urban growth area is increasing in alarming rates in multiple regions. Actually, for example, Tokyo urban area increased to 14,000 kilometers square, surpassing the size of small countries such as Montenegro. Secondly, the exponential growth of urban population expected to be 2.5 billion by 2050, with a 90% increase in Asia and Africa, demands a really resilient plan to provide adequate real estate assets to actually help these urban population to have a turnaround of real estate product. But there will be also an increasing demand to shorten the construction and development cycle and take advantage of really big data analytics to create property management systems that have a shorter cycle, shorter time, and more efficient. Climate change in particular is a global phenomenon, and it's posing major risk on urban infrastructure and especially real estate. As such, it is only through partnership at a global level that some of these impacts are mitigated. As you know, in the real estate sector, there are innovative ways now, Realopedia is one of them, of collaboration between the public sector, the development industry, and the investment community that really can also inform public policy in a way to become more effective and actually can respond to these challenges. The building sector in particular contributes to 30% of global annual greenhouse emission and actually consumes up to 40% of all energy. Given the massive growth in new construction and especially in transition economies, and really the influence of this existing building sector worldwide, greenhouse gas emission needs to be really targeted, not only at a national, regional level, but also on a site level with the building sector and the developers. According to the Climate Vulnerable Forum, economic impact of global warming is costing the world more than 1.2 trillion dollar a year, wow, while paying 1.6% annually from global GDP.
That's incredible. This is incredible. This is a subject actually that I find a lot of people do not know about, and I think that this is a subject that we should keep discussing periodically with you on Realopedia to bring awareness, because in as much as you discuss it, in as much as people talk about it, there is still a gap where people really do not understand that this climate change does have an impact on real estate. So this is something I'm definitely going to organize for another session to have on this particular subject. The next question that is quite interesting is that what is the impact of technology on real estate, and how is innovation, well, I'll ask that as another question, but what is the impact of technology on real estate?
Now, this is one of the most trickiest subjects, especially that the World Economic Forum actually, especially through Klaus Schwab, its founder, said that the first waves of disruption will affect the real estate sector professionals. Mm-hmm. So real estate brokers are one of the first jobs to be wiped up by artificial intelligence and fintech companies. Although the real estate sector embraced it through a global new business, it did not yet capitalize on the value that could be generated. Actually, in recent research, for example, the smart cities, including smart building, has been estimated to be around $388 billion in a recent report by Marked and Sand Markets. Not only that, it is impacting the way we design and study development, but it has actually transforming the way real estate is used. For example, investors, especially in the US, they are using crowdfunding platform. Realopedia also has its own, and it's pouring $484 million annually into real estate project last year, according to research published by Cambridge Business School. So what we are witnessing here is a massive disruption on technology that is not yet capitalized by the real estate sector. Actually, the real estate and construction sector is a slow mover. It's one of the most slowest sector to move into technology, and I am really happy with Realopedia because it's at the forefront of this technology wave. But I do understand there is changes in culture, changes in awareness of the beneficial of innovation and technology. We are also being slowed down by our very, very close relationship with the construction sector, which is also a very traditional, intensive job sector that is pulling the real estate sector into slower waves. So in a way, we cannot manage real estate sector on its own without talking to the other built environment disciplines and sectors such as construction, finance, architecture, design and planning, and suppliers and building material and manufacturing. That's why it is important to think about technology and innovation on a strategic level, on a built environment level, rather than only on a sectorial level.
So you believe that in time the real estate agent profession will disappear?
It's not disappear. It has to acquire new skills such as big data analytics, coding, crowdfunding, and maybe also online courses that are tackling on a global level the absence of skills and competency on a real estate sector.
That's very interesting that you say that, because we are now with the United States in Miami. We have put together a course which is all about online, which actually we have the first session, I think is the second session is tonight, and it's all about online skills for agents and skill set, because when agents only want to stick to one particular way of doing business and they don't want to expand their technology skills or the way they do business or market themselves globally, they are going to disappear. Then because the world is going to change.
You are really tackling the competency gap, because as I told you again, one of the main slowdown of the real estate sector, it has been associated with the development / construction industry that is really run by very traditional, conservative, I would say, leadership.
Yeah, I do agree with you 100%. I find that very interesting. And I'd love to talk to you more about that. My last question is how innovation in real estate will be linked to the innovation in UAE 2021. It's interesting because yesterday I was actually at a lunch introduction on Dubai Dubai Vision 2021, and so it'll be interesting to hear what you have to say about real estate and the linking to innovation in the UAE 2021.
Okay, now I might take more time, so excuse me, Laura. It's a subject very dear to my heart. As you know, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, launched the National Innovation Strategy on October 2014 with the aim of making the UAE one of the most innovative nations in the world. Within 7 years, the World Government Summit was definitely a sign of this really forward-looking vision and its implementation. These include new legislation, innovation incubators, investments in specialized skills, private sector incentive, international research partnership. But really, the National Innovation Strategy, it does respond to the global challenges of the real estate sector faces, but it does not really position the real estate sector in a prominent position. At the Dubai Real Estate Institute, we have developed a strategy for innovation and research that position the real estate sector as an enabler and active participant in the UAE National Innovation Strategy through the innovation priority sectors, transportation, energy, water, technology, and health. They are all related to real estate. The second thing, we really like Realopedia. We would like to connect with innovative real estate professionals and development companies around the world to also bring global into local and bring forward innovation champions and assist in making an innovative, enabling environment, which, as we can see, is the most challenging thing. Now, we contribute to the implementation of Dubai 2021 through different ways. One, we reinforce Dubai's position as a global center and destination for a number of industries, because all the industries that you want to bring, they need real estate. The second thing, what we do is we contribute to the implementation of Dubai 2021 and increasing the potential of innovative individuals, improving housing services, diversifying urban experiences, and contributing definitely to a safe, smart, resilient, and sustainable urban development that really is focused on prosperity. And that's the major global challenge we see. HSBC today announced that its profit was reduced to $7.1 billion. The forecast was $14.1 billion. So we're talking about a global challenge in prosperity. So the Innovation and Research Initiative at Dubai Real Estate Institute encourage and foster collaboration to actually increase prosperity in a way. We have now partnerships with FIAPSI, United Nations Habitat. We are very much happy with the webinars and knowledge awareness series that we're conducting with you. And we are now really being approached by major international and local partners. We recently won the Urban Thinker Campus by the World Urban Campaign UN Habitat to be hosted in Dubai. We are one of 45 cities around the world to host the Urban Thinker Campus on talking about really financing the sustainable development and how the real estate sector can provide innovative tools to do that. Plus, we are now putting together an online journal for real estate research and innovation that is part, as you know, that we launched our Real Estate Research and Innovation Awards. All the information you can find on www.researchinnovation.com, and I invite all the listeners to actually go to our website and check. We have multiple benefits that comes with entries. One, all the entries, whether winners or not, will be featured on a knowledge portal in partnership with the Arab Town organization. So we're going to share best practice to every Arab city and town in our region. Second, the journal. All entries will be featured in our journal for multiple volumes. We are giving $14,000 as first prize, $4,000 for a GCC regional mention, and $4,000 for international mention, as well as we are really talking now with partners on how we can take this forward as a global initiative for future cities.
So you're saying that if somebody logs on, excuse me, to your research and innovation platform, can you repeat your website, please?
www.researchinnovation.com.
And everything that you're discussing right now
is there. Even the analysis of sustainability technology, you go to the knowledge and publication portal. We have that article there. We have we are always updating our knowledge publication page.
Fantastic. And this is actually information that we can share on Realopedia. We can actually create for you a segment on Realopedia where we can have this data.
It will be great.
It will be fantastic.
Because we are definitely both of us aligned to making sure that the real estate sector is resilient to the 21st century.
Absolutely.
We are not in a regular transition. I want to tell everybody that what you are witnessing now is an industrial revolution. Whether we like it or not, you either will jump the wave or the wave will go. And as other sectors, for example, Canon versus Kodak. Do we want to be the Kodak of the world or the Canon of the world? And that's a big decision for the real estate sector to take.
So what do you feel, Nadine, are the three main challenges of real estate agents? What do you think they need to do? Where do you think real estate is going?
Wow, that's a real interesting. I think we need session on this. But from the research I've conducted,
in a nutshell,
from the strategy we have done, we believe that there are three major real, I would say, opportunities. I don't want to say gaps, opportunities that they can really take on hold. One, sustainability. Sustainability is coming. Every city is putting a green buildings rating system, but also every city has now to report to the UN for their sustainable development agenda. And the more the real estate sector aligns with the sustainable development agenda, number one, they will be able to identify opportunities to work on a global level. They can upgrade their skills, but also they are more resilient to changes. So this is one.
Very interesting.
The second one, as we talked about, I think
education.
Education, but not education in the classical sense. We're talking more about capacity development, capacity building. As you know, the angle of capacity building is much more broader than just education, because we are not here giving only knowledge. We want to give practical tools that people can implement on day-to-day basis. So when I talk, for example, technology innovation, people think it's just for these, geeks sitting in a lab, just tinkering with a robot. No, technology innovation can help you now in your own work. For example, if you do on SurveyMonkey, if we do a training, it's a very basic tool, right? But imagine the amount of knowledge you can generate. We have conducted a research innovation survey on SurveyMonkey with our constituency. We had 120 responses, and we were shocked by the results because it actually changed our whole perspective.
Wow.
So this is number two, capacity development. And third, I have to say, real estate sector needs to be opened up. You cannot anymore operate as the far end of the supply chain. You cannot just operate in the traditional way, let the developer finish the development and then I will market it. Actually, it's very important that you feed back what you have on the ground to the developers. I gave a speech at the Dubai Real Estate Institute on their open day 3 weeks ago. I encourage everyone to attend our open day. It's very
I actually missed that, unfortunately.
Yeah, multidisciplinary. And with my colleague, Taroub, I think she was on your series last week.
Absolutely.
And in this, I told them, I understand what you're going through. UAE is announcing Year of Giving, happiness. They are announcing multiple strategies. And for someone as a real estate agent who's struggling on day-to-day basis to get their housing fee, their electricity bill, their schooling, we would say, what is this? It's too strategic for me. My manager can handle it. However, your daily challenges is very important. Now affordability, for example, is linked directly to economic development. The city that do not provide affordable opportunities might be losing on the 21st century with millennials who prefer part-time jobs. So this is, I think, I have many more things to say, but I think we don't want to.
I think this is incredible. I think this is a learning curve for everybody. I do believe the world is changing. I have been in real estate myself for 36 years, and I can tell you, I feel the Industrial Revolution, but I've always been forward thinking, and my gut feeling always takes me to where I feel everything is going to go. And it's very important that people, and I find that no matter how much you speak about it, people are still so rigid in their ways of doing things, and they're going to lose at the end of the day. If they don't get on the bandwagon, as we say, and they don't become part of this revolution, they're the ones that are going to lose, because the world is changing.
I agree. That's why we did the awards. The awards, the Global Real Estate Research and Innovation Awards, is actually a platform to exchange best practice.
Yeah.
We have now people from Columbia University applying, University of Sydney, University of Maryland, and we have also from Harriet Watt here, Canadian University, Abu Dhabi University, and I'm so happy because I just want to tell everybody, the World Economic Forum is now here because there is a professor of economics, Schwab, who decided to actually share his knowledge to stakeholders in the industry through the Economic Management Forum in 1971. Please go check the World Economic Forum history and you will see that people like me and Laura sitting and talking is actually the seed of all multinational platform, including the United Nations. The United Nations was born out of a dinner between the three powers in 1942, as they were discussing how they can end World War II. And really, we do really reduce the amount or the importance of collaboration and sharing knowledge.
Absolutely.
For that. So I thank Realopedia for this series, and I think it will impact.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Nadine. Once again, Nadine Bitar is currently the CEO of Placemaking. Her focus is on sustainability and innovation, and she is one of the key speakers at Dubai Real Estate Institute. We will be sending all of you that registered a copy, link to today's talk. And please, for any information, you can look up Nadine Bitar on LinkedIn. She is there. Just remember that she's the CEO of Placemaking. And I am the CEO and founder of Realopedia and can be reached on support@realopedia.com for any information that you may have. Please register for our upcoming webinars, which are going to be the first session on Tuesday, March the 7th, and the second one, which will be Wednesday, March the 22nd. And we will be keeping you updated with the topics that we will be discussing. Once again, have a great day, and thank you for attending the real estate webinar with Realopedia and Dubai Real Estate Institute.